Good afternoon, members, and to the viewing public and television and social media. The chair will now call this first day, third special session into order, Friday, May 31st, 2024. And at this time, let's please rise for a moment of silence. Thank you, members. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Representative Fadda,
Present.
Representative Faudon, Representative Atto,
Present.
Senator Babalta,
Presente.
Representative Benavente,
Yeah.
Representative Kamatsu Angelo,
Present.
Representative Kamatsu Diego,
Present.
Representative Kamatsu Joel,
Yeah.
Representative Kamatsu Vicente,
Present.
Representative Castro,
Stigat.
Senator De Leon Guerrero,
Here.
Representative Flores Joseph,
Present.
Representative Flores Marisa,
Present.
Senator Magofnia,
Present.
Representative Manglonia,
Present.
Representative Omar,
Present.
Representative Probst,
Present.
Chairman Sablan,
Present.
Representative Villagomez,
Hello.
Representative Yang Tumay, Representative Yumu. Mr. Chairman, there are 19 members present, 2 members absent.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. With 19 members present, we have duly established a quorum to conduct today's order of business. Please take note that Representative Dinita Yangtamay and Representative Ralph Yumo is hereby excused into today's order of business. So with that, we move along on our order of business, and we are now on item B, reading and approval of the journal. Madam Clerk.
Mr. Chairman, we have one SNILD Journal number 2313, first day, second special session, dated May 16, 2024.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. And at this time, I recognize the floor leader.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman and members. I now offer a motion to adopt SNILD Journal number 2313, first day, second special session, dated May 16, 2024. So moved.
There is a motion offered by our floor leader for the adoption of SNILD Journal number 23-13. It has been seconded. Discussion on the motion. Ready? All those in favor, please say aye. Those opposed, say nay. The ayes have it. Motion adopted. Thank you, members. Moving along, we are now at item C, public comments. And at this time, the podium is open for whoever here in the gallery who wishes to make comments. Please state your name for the record. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. It has been quite a long journey coming here again. At any rate, I came here and take this opportunity, and I'm happy to represent the administration this afternoon and extend their deepest gratitude to you, Mr. Chair, and the members of the SNIL, SNIL delegations. And more so, we extend our sincere agradecimiento to the SNIL JGO Chair, Senator Edith De Leon Guerrero, for her esteemed move in conducting the public hearing for the administration's nominee of Ms. Eleanor Alina to the Board of Zoning. So that being said, the administration wishes to extend their deepest gratitude for your continued support and cooperation assistance extended to the administration. So thank you very much to all of you. We all know that I'm pretty sure this is an overwhelming support that's coming today, this afternoon. So, Sisos Masi, we're looking forward to her oath of office this afternoon at 2:30 to complement the current zoning board members. So, Sisos Masi, again, to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, SAA, Mr. Oscar Babauta. The podium is still open. If anyone here in the public in the gallery wishes to make comments, please proceed. Thank you.
And member of this body. My name is Ramon Camacho, known as RD, mayor for this municipality. Mr. Chairman and member of this body, I'm here to humbly seek your utmost consideration and support for the nominee, Ms. Eleanor, to be a member of the zoning board. Um, Mr. Chairman and member of this body, I had this meeting with the business community. So last 3 weeks ago, I had a meeting with the business community from Precinct 3. And the biggest concern the business community, they shared to me is this zoning application renewal. They seeking, how they can become more friendly, and instead of annual renewal application, which is the business never changed, no intent to change anything, the same configure, and they requesting what's the possibility of probably 3 years, like a driver's license. You'll get your driver's license, expired in 3 years. Uh, in that recommendation, unless there's a change in the business configuration. So again, Mr. Chairman, and this body, let's see, because we're in a critical mode. We're no longer in a luxury mode, and let's see how to be, more friendly, not to cover anything, but be friendly and open, and let's have a good working dialogue with the business community. And I really support the business community to be involved in this uh, decision in board, zoning board. And also, looking forward for an engineer, to be a member of this board. It's so important to have this business community in that particular agency. So again, Mr. Chairman, I'm a member of this body. I, again, respectfully and seeking your utmost consideration to please confirm Ms. Eleanor to be one of the member of the zoning. Sizus Mosi.
Thank you, Mayor Komatsu. The podium is still open. If there's anyone here in the gallery that wishes to make comments. There happens to be no more public comments, so at this time, we move down to our next order of business. On item D, there happens to be none on introduction of local bills, none on item E, introduction of local resolutions. We move down to item F, messages from the governor. Madam Clerk.
Mr. Chairman, we have three governor's communication, number 2341, 2342, and 2343.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Discussion on messages from the governor. I recognize Representative BJ Ato.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just want to extend our appreciation on behalf of the delegation to the administration for signing House Local Bill 23-52 S1, Draft 1, which is now Saipan Local Law 23-15, which will assist our participants with FESPAC and microgames and the other entities that were given funding through that legislation. Thank you again, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Representative BJ Ato. Any other discussion on the messages from the governor? Ready? Thank you, members. Moving along in our order of business, we are now on item G, messages from the mayors of Saipan and Northern Islands. Madam Clerk.
Mr. Chairman, we have one mayor's communication, number 23-20.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Discussion on messages from the mayors of Saipan and Northern Islands. Ready? Thank you, members. Moving along, we are now on item H, reports of and communications from heads of departments and agencies. Madam Clerk.
Mr. Chairman, there is one department communication, number 2312.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Discussion on reports and communication from heads of department and agencies. Ready? Thank you, members. We are now on item I, House Communications. Madam Clerk.
Mr. Chairman, there are two House communication numbers 2395 and 2396.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Any discussion on House Communications? Ready? Thank you, members. Moving along, we are now on item J, Senate Communications. Madam Clerk.
Mr. Chairman, there are two Senate communications numbers 2319 and 2320.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Discussion on Senate Communications. Ready? Thank you, members. Moving along, we are there happens to be none on item K, Delegation Matters. We'll move down to item L, Miscellaneous Communications. Madam Clerk.
Mr. Chairman, there are two miscellaneous communication numbers 231110 and 231111.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Discussion on miscellaneous communications. Ready? Thank you, members. We are now on item M, reports on standing committees. And at this time, I recognize the floor leader to make the proper motion.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm offering a motion to adopt Standing Committee Report number 2314, coming from the SNILD Standing Committee on Judiciary and Government Operations, reporting on the appointment of Ms. Eleanor B. Alinas to serve as a member of the Commonwealth Zoning Board. Motion is to adopt the committee report. Thank you, members. So moved.
There is a motion offered by our floor leader for the adoption of Standing Committee Report 23-14, and it has been seconded. Discussion on the motion.
Ready?
Ready? Thank you, members. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Representative Fatta,
Yes.
Representative Aldan, Representative Fato,
Yes.
Senator Babauta,
Hungan.
Representative Benavente,
Yes.
Representative Komatsu Angelo,
Yes.
Representative Komatsu Diego,
Yes.
Representative Komatsu Joel, Representative Komatsu Vicente,
Yes.
Representative Castro,
Yes.
Senator De Leon Guerrero,
Yes.
Representative Flores Joseph,
Yes.
Representative Flores Marisa, Senator Magofnia,
Yes.
Representative Manglonia,
Yes.
Representative Omar,
Hungan.
Representative Probst,
Yes.
Representative Villa Gomez,
Aware.
Representative Flores Marisa. Mr. Chairman,
Hungan.
Mr. Chairman, there are 18 members voted yes, 3 members absent.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. With 18 members voting in the affirmative, the motion for the adoption of Standing Committee Report 23-14, which is also the motion to confirm Mrs. Eleanor B. Alinas to serve as a member of the Commonwealth Zoning Board, hereby passes the delegation. Congratulations. And at this time, if we can have a short recess and I have a photo up with Mrs. Salinas. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, members. We are back on our order of business. And before we had our recess, we were at item M, reports of standing committees. And we now move further down on our order of business. There happens to be none on reports of special and conference committees, none on item O, unfinished business, none on item P, resolution calendar. We are now on item Q, bill calendar, and this time I recognize the floor leader.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman and members. Pursuant to Rule 2, Section 4C, I am recalling House Local Bill 2347, entitled to appropriate $348,000 from revenues collected for the 3rd Senatorial District pursuant to Saipan Local Law 2206 and for other purposes. And I am placing it on bill calendar, and it will be on the calendar for 1 business day.
Thank you. That motion or that authority is the authority of the floor leader. So she's using her authority vested under our rules for her placement of this House Local Bill. And for just for the members' information, we were supposed to put this bill on the bill calendar to act on it because we needed to appropriate funding for the mayor's office for the Liberation Day that's coming up, the ADF Battle of Saipan, and maybe if I can yield to Rep. BJ Ato and to expound more on what are the other fundings that we're going to appropriate to.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And yes, you're right. And thank you, floor leader, for pulling the bill out of committee, placing on the calendar for our next session. It will address the 4th of July activities. More importantly, it's the 80th Battle of Saipan that started. I think it's starting next week. All the events that are leading into the 4th of July. We got visitors already here from Japan. We'll be receiving a couple more visitors from Okinawa and possibly some visitors from the United States, or family members of those that were part of the war in the Battle of Saipan and during World War II. That's a more specific, the most important issue. And also the Sinamai Scholarship Office is asked for funding regarding the recipients from the 3rd Senatorial District. As we all know that the budget for 2024 limited the appropriations for operations, and those are the funds being utilized to address our recipients, our scholarship recipients from the 3rd Senatorial District, but also for the CNMI. And they've reached out to the delegation, and other entities will be receiving some of those funds. But more importantly are the events that are coming up in this month and in July, and the scholarship program for the students from the 3rd Senatorial District. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Chairman BJ Ato. Are there any discussion on that explanation? If not, we're going to move along. We are now on item R, miscellaneous business. Are there any miscellaneous business? Ready? Thank you, members. Moving along under announcement. So the chair is tentatively going to call a session, or I'm going to call a session on the 11th of June, delegation session, so that we can act on this appropriation because the time of the ADF Battle of Saipan and the Liberation is just around the corner. And there's also a process that we transmit this. If voted on by the delegation, we have to transmit it to the administration. And there is that process also in the administration that they have by constitution 20 days to decide whether to sign or not the appropriation. So the chair will call a session at June 11. Time will be announced at a later time. Are there any other announcements? Ready? Thank you, members. So we are now in our last item on the agenda, item T, adjournment, and I recognize the floor leader.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman and members. I move to adjourn this session, subject to the call of the chair.
There is a motion offered by a floor leader for adjournment. It has been seconded. Discussion on the motion. Ready? All those in favor, please say aye. All those opposed, say nay. The motion carries, and we are adjourned. Thank you, members.